Kip's work ethic is second to none, really, at this point.
He really knows how to always feel good, you know, always make everyone feel good. He's just a really positive guy.
All right, let's go. 15?
Yep. Oh, wait for Jim.
The second time is it.
All right. Everybody knows. All right, warm up. Yep, yeah, 15 minutes, yeah.
He's definitely a pusher. He's trying to keep us to just all of the team around him to his level. So as long as he keeps running ahead of us, we'll keep catching up with him and getting better. So he just pushes and we push hard.
Let's go, Jason.
I have never raced against Kip. I hope I never have to race against Kip because he would actually destroy me.
My name is Kipruto Koech. I'm 17 years old. I'm a senior at Desert Oasis High School. I'm a first-generation Kenyan American from my family, and I'm hoping to be the second in line to receive a degree in college. So I started running in 7th grade as a joke, basically. My friend told me, hey, come and try sprints, so I tried it. Was not the best, so I decided to try distance running, and I've just loved it ever since. I actually set the middle school 1.5 mile record at Faith Lutheran. That was crazy because I didn't even realize that I could run that fast until I did it. It was just surreal. Like, I was just running as fast as I could. I knew that I could overtake the guy in first, so I overtook him and I came out the gate first when everyone else was expecting the other guy, and everyone just started cheering and you just get this rush of energy. And I just surged to the finish line. And I was thinking it was gonna be 9 minutes and something because that's what we had been running, but I'd actually broke that and gone like 8:15 or something. And it was insane. It was so crazy. We have a weekly schedule. Mondays are the long run, which is anywhere from 60 to 100 minutes. We can normally cover about 8 to, at the most, 13 miles. Tuesdays are always aerobic runs, about 50 minutes of just time on your feet. Wednesdays are a hard session, which would consist of tempo or intervals or just track work in general. Thursdays are the recovery run from Wednesday's hard workout. Fridays are another aerobic session, which is just, again, time on your feet, making the heart just beat for that period of time. And then Saturday is probably the hardest session of the week, as we have the weekend to take off and kind of relax and de-stress.
Yeah, man, it's supposed to be VO2-ish, but it changes to a cruise interval because it's just uphill, so it's rough. So our pace is gonna slow down.
What's the mileage on that?
This is about 1 kilometer, so about 0.62 each rep. So we're gonna do that 5 times.
Got it, okay.
Yep.
How many times have you done this before?
I've done this workout like 3-4 times before, so I know it pretty well, but it hurts every time. So yeah. We'll see.
Okay, how'd the first round go?
Felt pretty smooth. I feel like the next ones are gonna hurt, but should be able to deal with that.
If you think about it hurting, it's gonna hurt.
Real. I just gotta not think about it.
It's hard, man. It's rough being a student athlete because you cannot be an athlete student. It does not work like that. You have to be a student athlete. The grades always come first, making sure that you're on time with all your assignments, making sure you're communicating with your teachers about test dates and scoring. Especially on the cross-country team, our coach specifically states that if you have any failing grades, you are not running that week, which is actually different from the CCSD policy of you get like a probation week, or you get a week to kind of make up stuff. No, our coach does not allow that. He strives for all of us to pursue academic excellence, which is extremely important and will take us further than running ever will. So it's a hard thing to balance, but I think it's manageable.
Tell me more about being first generation.
So it's pretty interesting because I always grew up around like a mix of cultures. So my parents, speak in different languages, and teach me stuff about where they came from back home in Kenya. And then I'm also growing up in the American culture and living an American life. So it's pretty interesting and different. Back in 2021, still during around the COVID period, my grandmother on my father's side passed. And this was a really difficult time in the family because we didn't really know what to do. We couldn't go travel to Kenya for her funeral. We couldn't really interact with members of our family, and we just couldn't find a way to express our grief or really mourn. So that period of training was very muted. It was very dull. I couldn't really get anything out of training sessions because I was too focused on the grief was occupying so much space in my mind. It was really just getting in there every day and just continuing to put the work in. I feel like staying disciplined on that schedule was a lot more beneficial to me than relying on motivation because, again, that motivation just wasn't there. So getting back into that mindset was really just sticking it out and getting back to a place where I felt I could perform again.
Who would you say is your biggest supporter?
Definitely my mom. Like, it's always just been my mom. She's the one that, you know, during COVID, during when I was, those periods when I was practicing alone, like, wake up, you know, at 6 a.m., we got to get to the park. We got to get to the track, get our workouts in. You have, come on, you got one more rep. You know, she's just always in my corner, always cheering for me, no matter how frustrated I am at myself, no matter how down I am that day. She's just always in my corner cheering for me and supporting me every day. I've heard so much good advice over the years, but the best one was actually from Eliud Kipchoge. He said, you must control your mind and be disciplined, because if you let your mind control you, if you let your emotions control you, you're a slave to your emotions and you're not the master of your mind and body. So that's just something that's always stuck with me, because discipline is the most important thing in this sport. It's what carries everyone to greatness, and you have to create those habits, you know, set those goals, like, and you got to sacrifice stuff. Honestly, you have to sacrifice a lot of stuff that many people may find a lot more appealing than going out and running for 90 minutes on a Monday, right? So you got to sacrifice stuff like going to parties, you know, hanging out with some people. Oh, we got something going this weekend. Nah, man, I can't make it. I got practice. So just really sticking to that grind and that mindset. I'd tell younger Kipruto to be a lot more patient. Don't rush anything. Trust in the people around you. Really listen to what they're saying. And honestly look towards the future. Always be looking. Don't dwell too much on the past. Just keep looking forward, keep advancing, and keep having fun, honestly, because when you stop having fun, there's not very much meaning you can get out of something. So that's what I tell my younger self.